switch. Welcome everybody back. Welcome back to the 24 hours of Daytona. You are back with the lovely commentary on NMK today. Let's do a quick run through with everybody. Start by going with the leader. Hello everybody, hello, hello. Let's find Mr. Fander, currently in the pits. So we've got HXR leading by 23 seconds to the first WSR car, who's kindly just leaving the pits. That's lovely for me. Can showcase the livery on this bad boy. Go. You want me to mute the in-car music? Well, that's inconsiderate. I like the music. Alright, let's find Mr. Charles. Wherever he's hiding. Yeah, there he is, Charlie. You. Well, there's Charlie boy. Hiding. Well, let's see what I can do with this music then for you. Just be the race one, so do I need to get rid of the menu? Or what's the crack? Because race one's off, I'll play race. Just click that off. See if that does the ticket. Turn off BGM. When the fuck is BGM? What menu BGM? Or just play race? Or it's just in general? Alright. Okie dokie. Official. No bias today, no show. Oh, that's boring now. Alright, who do I want? I wanted Charles. He's currently in the pits. Alright, then we need to find the third WSR car, who is being driven by Iron Speed. Can I find Iron Speed? There he is again in the pits. And we are underway. My co-host Young Slim has joined us in the commentary booth. Welcome, Slim.
Hello everyone.
Bosworth, you can hear me, you big dosser. I tested myself.
Wait, I don't think I'm... Can you...
I am
Bosworth
not sure
me?
if they can hear you, but alright, there we go, little...
I don't think you can.
You've been complimented off your first stint, Slim. I do agree. Shame
Is
the
that
game
so?
kind
Is that so? By whom?
Yeah, by Flame Haze.
Wow.
Flipsy needs your German skills apparently. Fander's driving with hazards on.
Hey, they can
Right,
hear me
underway,
on the stream.
seems to be a clean getaway so far. Lovely stuff, lovely stuff. We'll stay here with the hypercars for the meantime, while they roll around the first few corners, and then we'll switch once they get out of the infield section. So, yeah. To Tick, to Charles, to Iron Speed, to Samper, to Peachy, to Obscure. Keep it back of the pack. No changes as of yet from what I am seeing. Charles maybe under pressure from Iron Speed a little bit. It did go a little bit deep. If Tick stays close enough, then they should get the overtake. But I have heard comfy speculation that the WSR cars is running a little bit more downforce compared to the other hypercars. As they go into the wall from my screen, lovely stuff.
Duo.
9 speed around the outside of Charles, is it?
What's going on with Peachy?
Peachy must have just had a little spin or he got tagged, but the Corvette is leading the Mercedes to the Lexus, to the green Corvette, to the Ferrari, to the McLaren, to no show. So yes, that is the rundown for the GTEs quickly, while these 4 cars are all in the straight line. Line astern, Corvette pulled out, should just short shift, save a bit of fuel, which he's not, so do keep a quick note of that. As 4 cars are battling out to cross the line first of this group. Let's see, scroll up, see if any positions are made. Charles is still, oh, the lead! Let's watch on board with these 2 quickly. As they are nose to tail coming into the second. Yes, Sander seems to hold the position for now as they come off at the infield section. Nice bit of leeway there given. Charles has pulled away slightly. Okay. Oh! Green Corvette has found its way up to second. Lovely stuff. Oh, and the Mercedes of Elias has fallen a bit behind after he had quite a strong stint in the first one.
Yeah, I see him sliding around quite a bit.
Well, yes, and this is helping Nushu a lot. We've literally got, so what's that, 24.5 back to Nushu. 2 seconds separates the whole of the GTE class. They all drive into the wall for me again.
Extremely competitive this time.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. Got Corvette 1, 2, Lexus in 3rd, and you got the Mercedes in 4th.
Might say
who's picked up a
OP
1
car.
second penalty in the Le Mans chicane, I believe it was being called earlier by Otaku. Comfy,
Great looking
Drift King,
lever.
and Nushul. This will help Nushul kind of move up a bit. It'll give Comfy a bit of a bump draft and follow him through. And then there's Elias dropping behind, serving his 1 second penalty.
Mr. Salt himself in P3, that's right, Flipsy.
Lovely stuff. Nushul on the
That is
inside
correct.
secures that position. Thank you very much, Flame. Thank you for the confirmation on the Le Mans chicane. Thank you very much. We'll move up. Ooh. The Lexus is pressurizing the green Corvette of the DTR team. I'm just going to call it the Grandma team because that's how I'm reading that name on the side of the team. It's definitely not that, but you know, it's called the Grandma team. Any changes up top? No. Tick is still 3 tenths behind Span Spec, so no real changes at the moment. See if you can get a move with the toe. That would be Comfy, although Comfy's methods are a bit questionable when it comes to the bot, I've heard, but he's done a stellar job this time, stellar job. And obviously people have worked their magic with their tuning abilities, so...
Of course, of course.
See any changes back towards...
Bob just really works.
5 tenths
Correct.
to
So it seems.
Lovely stuff.
Whoa! Corvette getting...
Bit of a tank slapper, was it? Oh, and they've died again on my screen,
kind
and
of
they'll
slidey
jump
over
forward
there.
again.
See a fishtail going on. Yes.
Lovely stuff. Nose to tail again, line astern. Green Corvette pulls out of the slip. This will help the Lexus close in a little bit while the green Corvette is not benefiting from the slip. Oh, he's going for the move. He's got the move down the inside, secures that P1 position for now. Lovely move by the DTR Corvette, who is notably burning a lot more fuel than the cars around him, even compared to the other Corvette. Saying that the battle for last position in the GTEs. They have used a lot of fuel as well. Oh, as Elias puts his nose up the inside initial, maybe a questionable little bump, push to pass, but it's alright. Brakes later, lovely move. Initial can just use this to save some fuel, as he kind of adapts to the race conditions. Comfy having a nice little pull away right now, trying to close up the gap to the Lexus. So they're all in a slipstream with each other. Oh, yellow flags! Is it? Who's off? Oh, it's Tick!
Flags.
Tick has made a mistake! Pressurizing Svander is fallen back into the clutches of Sampa and Obscure Cheese. Oh, he's hanging that move round the outside of Sampa though. What a lovely move!
This is what Peachy just loves to see.
Yes, hopefully Peachy
Yellow
can use
flags
this to
ahead.
advance, and obviously catch up a little bit.
You're in the chat with the prime sub. Oh la la! Was that a that was a hypercar going around?
Was it? Oh, it was Obscure Cheese.
Oh my god!
Must have dumped it just coming out the infield. All right, any changes? Comfy's closed up as well. Mr. Toast is right on the back bumper of the RTO Corvette. He is nose to tail. He wants to get past as soon as possible. I think best bet is obviously to wait until the infield, do it after the chicane and into T1. Obviously, Corvette is known to have a bit of a better top speed compared to the other car.
Yes. Oh.
And there goes Obscure Cheese. Obviously, don't know if that's a disconnect or a rage quit, but yeah. I mean, due to the circumstances that just happened, you kind of have to put 2 and 2 together, I'm afraid. I may be wrong, but you know, I mean, lobbies haven't been the best. I mean, I am a full witness to that today, unfortunately. But yeah.
Do we think Ben rage quitted, or did he actually?
I've got proof, so you can think what you want to, darling. Well, yeah, the two WSR cars are nose to tail right now. Tick is clearly the faster man compared to Iron Speed, so they will just have a bit of team orders and let him by, as he will try and catch back up after that little error to Charles and Svander.
Yeah, it looks like Pekka is just running away from the rest of the field.
All nice and close. Lovely stuff. This is actually really cool to see. Obviously, all these cars are still fairly close, maybe 3 seconds separated.
Apparently, Cheese has had a great game crash.
A game crash?
That's unfortunate.
Well, without proof, it's all hearsay, I'm afraid. So, you know, he might have just pulled the plug on his Ethernet cable or on his console.
That might be.
It might be the case, but yeah. Oh, Comfy's off! Comfy is off,
no.
And he's been reset. I was just about to say Comfy had a little bit of damage on the rear bumper, but
the man with
that
the
is
worst
a shame.
luck
I honestly
today.
did not really see what happened. I kind of took my eyes off the screen. I don't know if he got some sort of contact, but that is a real shame. Comfy's luck is really not great. There was slight contact, so yeah. That would have been, so was it between the Lexus or was it the Merc? Because Merc has been being a little bit aggressive from what we saw earlier, but that is a shame. Unfortunately, that does put Comfy down a bit, but with Comfy's strategy, he will be able to go.
You just have to feel for
laps longer. Yeah, Comfy's
incredibly bad luck today.
Did a stellar job in the first part of his stint, and then unfortunately after pitting had a little spin in the Le Mans chicane and got some damage, which set him back a bit.
Look how close the field is in the GT Plus, that's insane. Such a competitive field.
Yes. Nishil's picked himself up a half a spin penalty in the Le Mans chicane, unfortunately. He will have to serve that, and he'll be going back towards where Comfy is at the moment. As we go on board with the RTO Corvette once more. Lexus is right up his gearbox, so best thing for the Lexus to do is obviously try and pip it at the inside and be ahead for the infield section.
Pekka's in a GT sandwich right there. He's trying to go.
Svander's trying to make his way through. Oh, this is going to be a bit dicey.
Whoa!
Will he?
I can't believe he just made it.
Very good. Lovely stuff. Charles is now on the back of Nushel. But yes, Vanda makes it clean through. Lovely stuff. Charles will have a lot of traffic to get through here. As he dives it up the inside. Oh, and he's pushed off Toast. That is
Ouch.
unfortunate stuff for Toast. That does put the Lexus back towards Comfy now. Charles was a bit too ambiguous trying to get through the traffic, as it was a bit hypocritical, but you know, it's okay. He's through now.
Blue flags. Time for popcorn, as Flame Ace says in the chat.
But yeah, that's Charles through. Let's see. Tick will make his way through. Gets past Nushel. Nice and clean. He will probably have a bit of traffic into the Le Mans chicane. There's the McLaren there, not too bad. Yeah, Flipsy, I'm sure Charles is. It's just, yeah, obviously he's trying to get through the pack as quick as possible.
Yeah.
Broke a little bit too late, bit of slipstream, and then unfortunately just Toast has just been a passenger. But yeah, Tick makes it through. So does Iron Speed, Sampa, and Peachy's past Comfy now. Go look at the fuel now.
Elias, I see, is still running short gears.
Oh yes,
Taking
Elias is
anything
obviously
from
now
first stint.
still looking for the Lexus to be there, but Elias is now on the gearbox of the red Corvette.
He's revving that car
Who's
out
P4?
on the straights.
Is that Sampa who's trying to get through this bit of traffic? It is Iron Speed and Sampa. Have to just sit behind the GTEs a little bit. That was very brave by Iron Speed. Sampa's just going to go up the inside. Nice textbook move. Runs. Oh! He runs wide! Unfortunately, I feel like maybe been ran off or maybe been compromised. But that is unfortunate for the DTR
Sampa goes
Corvette.
into the back of Iron Speed. Iron Speed in the wall.
Damn.
Has rear wing damage. That is
a real shame. But this helps Peachy in the long run.
Sampa also a bit of karma with the front wing damage.
Yes. So damage for the VDE car by the looks of things going off. So he's got front aero, and obviously Iron Speed will have the rear aero damage. But obviously moves for up top. Obviously we've got a bit of a lead change. The red Corvette has taken the lead. Elias has found his way into 8th. Into second in class, the McLaren of Drift King finds himself in 3rd. Nushel is in 4th with another half a second penalty from the Le Mans chicane. Brett finds himself unfortunately down with Toast, so they can work together, and I'm sure they will be back within the front pack not too long. Comfy's 4 seconds adrift, not too bad obviously. Comfy must have had a bit of a penalty last lap as well with a 46.3. Run down. Svander has broken away a bit from Charles, it seems. Obviously the traffic would have helped him break that pack. Tick 4 seconds adrift. Sampa 9. Peachy finds himself in 5th now. It would probably be beneficial for the hypercars with the damage to pit, as I would expect them to be losing 2 to 3 seconds a lap. Maybe Iron Speed not so much, but I would expect Sampa to be losing a fair amount. And Elias makes the move on Neo. Lovely move. Would it be the battle of the late breakers? And Elias is late on the brakes. Had to mute the mic for a moment, but yes. Alright, any changes? Brett and Toast find themselves within 1 second initial. Comfy is also catching, as we've seen that gap kind of come down by 5 or so turns. He's on a bit of a PB. As they close onto the back of Nushel. Just in the slipstream. Elias is back behind the Corvette. Maybe he picked himself up a half second penalty, or just the pure brute from that Corvette engine just sped right past. Yes, a 45.6. And Nushul is being swamped by that Corvette right now. Absolutely swamped. Obviously, different strategies being run as well, you have to take that into consideration, but that Corvette is an absolute bullet on the straight. Run through the order once again. See if Sampo will come in. I mean, Peachy's closed in a second on this flap. But no real gain. Well, it's coming down a bit on the straights, but nothing too major. Iron speed, not losing too much to Peachy. And back to the battle. Elias and Neo as they exit the infield section once again. Neo will obviously have the straight line speed, so it will be a battle of the brake, of late breakers even. Drift King, this is helping Drift King a hell of a lot. Hello Skylight, you have myself, Ben MK and Slim as your commentators. As Drift King closes right up onto the back of the battle for first. Eliasov has dropped behind once again. And we see Iron Speedin, who's pitted for the damage. He obviously thinks it's costing him too much time, so he will get that fixed and will be on an alternative strategy. Saw this earlier from Ento and Rotek, I believe. So we'll see how this plays out.
Oh, we've got Toast going for the move.
Brett picked himself up a second penalty, it appears, and Toast and Nushul go side by side. See where this plays for Comfy. Obviously, Comfy will close on to Brett a lot more. Right, go to the battle for first. This looks very enticing, ladies and gentlemen, as we see a three-way battle for the lead. All different cars, so you love to see it. Comfy's bop is working lovely. Welcome, Natty. Welcome to the chat.
Boogie boogie.
Boogie boogie boogie. Let's get racing. Right. So yeah, Neo and Elias still running 1 and 2. Elias does like to close up before the end of the second sector, as we see this once again up the inside. Bit of rubbing. Neo will hold it around the outside, use that straight line speed that Corvette has. Will he tuck in under, or will he just run it round the outside? Drift King has dropped 7 tenths back, so he's just within the slipstream window. 44.8 last lap for Toast, 45.4. Obviously, Brett served that penalty. Comfy's 45.9. We'll go back to the lead. Oh, and Neo finds his way back past once again. Textbook stuff from the Corvette. And as we see Iron Speed coming back up to lap these two after having that unfortunate damage and having to pit to fix it. As he goes round the outside. Lovely stuff.
Oh, insult to injury. Comfy with a 0.5 penalty.
Unfortunate for Comfy as he picks up a half a second penalty in the Le Mans chicane. Was that a little bit of contact? Maybe just minor, but they come through the first corner unscathed. Lovely little battle emerging from these three as Drift King is just using this to his advantage, staying behind. Oh, Elias with a bit of a tank slapper, controlled, very nicely done. And we'll probably see the same thing again. Elias closes up into the back of the second sector, especially onto leaving the infield section itself. We will watch aboard of Elias, see what we can see. Oh, he's taking a different approach. He will stay a bit wider and maybe tuck into the slipstream of Neo. Save a bit of fuel. And yes. Drift King finds himself 7 tenths behind once again. Toast. Oh, what has happened to Nushul? Nushul has spun, exiting the infield. Unfortunate for Nushul. Nushul finds himself behind Comfy now, so the RRC cars are together and cozy. We will go back onto the battle for the lead as Elias finds himself ahead now of Neo as he's just done what Neo's just been doing. He must have slipstream, overtook him into the Le Mans chicane. Here we see the Corvette coming past once again. Just a pure straight line speed advantage is really noticeable.
Looks like Elias is still going for the 3-stop.
Yes, Elias seems to be running a bit of a shorter gearbox and will be running on the 3-stop as it worked well for him in the first stint, so he's just probably looking to replicate that. But he does seem to find himself in a bit more traffic compared to the first stint, so I'm not sure he will get the same result he got originally, but I'm sure it'll be an exciting race at the end. What was that? That's Van der Speck going past the green Corvette. We'll go on board with Tick. Oh, as there's been a bit of a... I must have missed something here, because Charles finds himself behind Tick, unless Tick has just been running incredibly rapid pace, which does seem to be the case. There's been 31s lows and high 30s, so Tick's pace just seems to be a lot better. As they run wide Nushul, and Comfy lets them past. Will Charles be able to find his way past as well? He does indeed. Lovely stuff. Peachy finds himself in 4th now as Sampa continues on with that front aero damage. And here we go once again. Elias and Neo find themselves heel to toe. And Drift King just eating up the slipstream, using it to his advantage. And I believe that will just be Svander coming round to lap them once again.
Drift King with a significant amount of fuel more than.
Yes, so obviously, yeah, because obviously he's obviously hanging back, saving a lot more fuel. So Drift King is using this to his advantage. Very wise. As we see Toast is 4 seconds drifts. Brent even 4 seconds drift as well. Comfy and Nushul will just be having fun with each other, as Comfy has the best fuel. No surprise there, seeing as we saw him do 26 laps in the first stint. So, to note, the front two seem to be on similar fuel. Obviously, I would say the Corvette surprisingly has a bit of the edge on Elias. Drift King having obviously better fuel. Toast having better fuel as well. Lexus is quite good on the fuel consumption. Brent has by far the worst fuel consumption. He will be probably pitting, I would say, end of 17, 18 around there. Comfy, we've seen Comfy
also
go to
tire wear.
Yes, well, he did have a bit of a off-track excursion even. Unfortunately, it wasn't really due to his own doing, but then again...
Oi, Comfy in the wall.
Comfy in the wall. I will have to go back to that in a second, Slim, as we
Looks
see
like-
Elias and
looks
Neo
like there was
side by side once again.
Looks like there was a bit of a tap from Nushul behind.
Oh
As he
dear.
waited for
RRC killing each other. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not going their way today, unfortunately. Oh yeah, we see Neo and Elias
Oh, well.
heel to turn, and Drift King just a little bit outside the slipstream window at the moment, but it just seems to be Elias running right behind. No fuel saving from Elias, he's running that 2 red line, getting as much as he can out of the car.
Paid for the whole engine. Just gonna use it.
Paid for the whole speeder, might as well use it.
Correct.
So yes, Drift King back into the slipstream window once again. He will save quite a bit of fuel as well, lovely stuff.
Yeah.
And
I would assume drifting
yes,
is
yeah, we do see a 51 from both Comfy and the short, I'm afraid. So I think they just need to either let each other pass or just race together. Just communication, please, ladies and gents. Communication is key. And we will go on board with Peachy as he finds his way through the lap traffic. Back of Toast, dives down the wall. Thinks better of it, or just wasn't close enough to dive down the inside. Will sneak up the inside and pass Toast with ease. As we see Sampa is trying to pass Brent. Lovely stuff around the outside, obviously the hypercar overspeed and the battery. Last time we tuned in, Iron Speed has caught 8 seconds to Sampa. So obviously Iron Speed putting that pace now, and Sampa's damage really affecting him. Once again, these three, well I should really say these two, no difference obviously. And Drift King is just sitting there enjoying it, using this to his advantage. Toast seems to have dropped off a little bit compared to the top three. Brent is catching him, and then the back two obviously seem to be having a bit of fun together. And once again, go on board as they set 44 threes. That is incredible pace to see at this moment in time. But yeah, this is a lovely little close battle for the GTE class.
It is indeed.
And then Nushel and Comfy going side by side, so they seem to have had a bit of an agreement as Nushel goes round the outside into T1 and Nushel's back pass. Oh, saying that, he goes a little deep, unless that was just a camera. Their Ferrari is a little bit better in the first sector, so we'll see how this plays. We'll tune back in as we go back to the entertaining battle at the front again. Elias gets a lovely exit as Neo just runs a little bit wide. Neo will tuck in behind Elias and more than likely pass him before the Le Mans chicane. Iron Speed 2 seconds again. Yes. And what do we see? Neo is back pass once again into the Le Mans chicane. Lovely stuff by these two, just switching positions. Nice competitive, and then Drift King is just chilling behind, who also did a 144 free. Well, the top three did set some pretty quick laps, all close together. Yes, we will see these two coming into the pits in 2 laps as Sampa finally pits to fix that damage. I think he's realised that it is costing him a bit too much time and he's willing to give up. There we go. These two, nothing really separating them. Be interesting to see if one of them underfuels in the pit stop. How is everyone doing on this fine Saturday evening as we get ready to unwind for the remaining 16 or so hours? It's probably not that much left of Daytona. And obviously Elias a bit better in the second sector, doesn't break as late this time, will he get a cut back. Neo runs wide, carries more speed, which seems to be a strategy. Elias will just slot in behind. Drift King finds himself within the slipstream once again. No real changes towards the back of the field. Blue flags from either Tick or Iron Speed. It will be Iron Speed. .5 hours on track. So it probably is around 16 hours, isn't it then? For with all the breaks scheduled.
Yeah, 16.5 hours.
That's not bad. That was a good guess, then, wasn't it?
It was.
Alright, no changes. Once again. Sorry?
Brent is already flashing his fuel gauge.
Yes, he has not been fuel saving in the slightest, and obviously he was up at the front of the field, but unfortunately he was running a little bit wide. And does find himself in P11 at the moment, so strategy may be a little bit compromised, but we probably will see Brent and the top two coming in at the end of this lap. Maybe not, I mean, maybe they might be able to make it to the end of 19, but I'm not sure. That's interesting. I note the Corvette has a little bit more front wear compared to the Mercedes. Same thing. Elias slots in behind. This is the closest I've seen Drift King be. He's got a substantial amount of fuel left, nearly double what's left in their tanks. Toast, obviously the Lexus is still above 10%. Brent on the personal best. And Nushul and Comfy both on more than 10%. Comfy has probably about 18% still, as we know that Ferrari is very impressive on fuel, especially under the hands of Comfy. Any changes up the front of the field? Well, we have noted that Elias has done 9,000 miles in the Mercedes. Just seems to be nice and chilled out as they...
He loves that car.
as they find their way around the start line. Yeah, he has done a fair few miles in the car. He does seem to connect with it. I mean, obviously with the WEC series itself, they would have done quite a bit. But yeah, this is the closest Drift King has been to these front two. And there is blue flags in the distance. Is that Svander? Who is it? Who is it, indeed? Looks like a blue car. It might be Sampa, the man himself. Oh, as lovely stuff.
Rookie number says Bosworth.
Well, let's have a look. Well,
I mean, that is more miles in one car than I have on the whole game, so...
Oh, I may be disconnecting from the lag. The stream is getting an absolute abundance of lag, but it's okay. It's okay. It's all fun and games. Well, let's quickly run through. Comfy has the most miles, it does appear, and he's obviously Comfy's either picked up a penalty somewhat or had a little spin. As the last lap was a 49.3.
Brent running on fumes, it seems.
Brent's fuel pump at the moment is screaming for dear life. It is screaming. Alright, will we see the top two come in and peel into the pit lane? Surely they haven't got another lap left in them. Let's see. Do any of them pull in? They keep on going. They are chancing it. Drift King is just loving this, so obviously they will be. As we will see Brent definitely peel in. Unfortunately, his fuel pump is screaming at the moment for fuel. As Charles goes past Nushul, who's now below 10%. Comfy's just chilling on what would appear to be 12 to 13%. Svander laps Sampa and Toast. A lot of stuff, Bosworth. Comfy has the Comfy method unlocked at the moment. Nushul also spun, and I disconnected, so that finds ourselves all the way towards the bottom of the field. And Tick has done a purple sector one by a 10th. Unfortunately, I don't think the tyres and the... I think, yeah, just the tyres itself won't be able to put together that purple lap, but who knows. That's rolling down the field. Elias has made his way past Neo again. We will 100% see them coming into the pit lane this lap, otherwise I will just be flabbergasted. As Svander dives up the inside and gets through nice, quick and clean, wasting no time. Neo had a bit of a poor exiting the Le Mans chicane. We will see Elias and Neo peeling in. Drift King will be able to go for a few more laps. But will he peel in with them? That is the question. Obviously, he's got the more fuel. Does he peel in with them?
He does.
He does. So that's interesting. Drift King should be able to jump all two. I was going to say all three, but he is included in the three. Toast, we will see him continue for another few laps. Obviously, Nushul and Comfy will go a few more. Britt finds himself in quite a bit of free air, so should be able to put the pedal to the metal as they all enter the pit box. And we see Toast comfortably 15 seconds adrift of Nushul. I'm really intrigued. Will they underfuel? Will to offset? Yeah, Drift King will definitely hit about 100 a bit more.
Comfy in his first stint did an impressive 26 laps.
Yes.
On the first thing.
we will see Comfy just staying out for a while, chilling, minding his own business. Oh yeah. Be interesting to see where Brett places all of this. Obviously, he was a bit behind. He's done a bit of an early stop, and he's unfortunately picked himself half a second penalty. Maybe a bit of a commentator's curse, but that is unfortunate, as he will drop a bit back as well. But will we see Drift King emerge first, or will someone under fuel?
Pit stop just seemed to take forever.
100, they are all coming out. Yellow flag somewhere. Peachy has had an off. It's okay, he spun coming out of the infield section, but no damage, unfortunately. And Drift King has emerged in front of both of them by 1.5 seconds. Lovely stuff by Drift King. The man has worked his magic, biding his time, saving fuel. But does he have the pace to stay ahead? Or was that pace purely slipstream dependent? But yes. No. Oh! No, just me. But yeah, no changes up front. No changes. We will see the LMP1 hypercars come in within the next few laps. Yes, unfortunately sounds alerts do not work. It will literally be whoever has Streamlabs or whatever they use. Unfortunately, I'm just streaming through the console. No PC is involved as I am still moving. We will run down. So I will not be making special effects just before anyone asks them. Even if you redeem, I will not be doing such a thing.
He will.
I will. Slim will kindly be doing that for you. Slim, you can do 3-hour stints like a boss, but you can't do GTSRL short races.
That's because, Buzzword, I get nervous when you are there. You know this.
Making his way past. Oh, up the inside of Neo. Lovely stuff. Bit aggressive, but it's worked very well for him as he finds his way through the GTEs. Drift King has pulled away over 3 tenths. He swooped by, no problems. And we will see Tick as well, coming through the GTE traffic. As he is slowly catching Svander, just a little bit. And we see Toast in, Lexus in. Saying that, Svander did pull a good few tenths on Tick that last lap. Sampa's weaving between the GTEs. That looks quite impressive. Any instance so far? We saw Brent being pushed off by lapping hypercars. Sampa went into the back of Iron Speed. They both got damage. Obviously, Sampa got front and Iron Speed got rear. They both pitted. Nushal spun. Peachy spun. Nushal hit Comfy a little bit. No damage was affected then. And that is really it. Tick had a bit of a spin. It lost a bit of ground as we see Tick peel into the pit lane. But that is all the instance I can remember as we see Brent. So Brent should be pretty close to Toast unless he's served a few more penalties in the meantime. Toast is out on 92% fuel and he finds himself right behind the gaggle. It does pay off to go that little bit longer, and that Lexus is quite a bit better on fuel, so that has helped him quite a bit as he finds himself 1 second adrift from the top 3. No, nothing out of the ordinary really. Just your bog standard des event, I suppose. It's WEC. So WEC lapping track is as it is. Yeah, Drift King seems to be holding pace right now. Why did I DC? That's a great question. I would like to say it was the host, as the lobby itself was quite laggy itself, so it must have just been a bit too bit of a a connection loss, and that unfortunately made me disconnect on lap 9. But we're still in the running. We don't quit. We're in it. Well, not to win it anymore, but we're in it for the long run. Lovely Le Mans chicane by everyone there. Prince finds himself 11 seconds adrift from Toast, and initial is 8 seconds. We will go on board with Comfy to give him some sort of praise and uprise, as he's not had the strongest race as of yet. Not had the best of luck, just Comfy luck, I suppose. Peachy exits the pit lane now, 14 seconds adrift. You have Comfy. Praise and uprise for Italian Jesus. I mean, it does show he's Swiss, but I know he's definitely Italian, especially with that Giorgio name. Some rage quit. Yeah, I agree. Probably see Comfy come in at the end of 25. Does seem to have burnt off a bit more fuel. Might be the wind, might be just a predicament he's found himself in. Drift King holding on first at the moment. Elias is outside of that slipstream window as we see Svander Spec even peel into the pit lane from his dominating lead as of yet. Leo finds himself comfortably in that slipstream range. Toast has unfortunately dropped behind a bit. May have had a bit of an error or just adapting to the heavier fuel load. We will watch Svander as he enters the pit box now, as Charles goes on for another 1 to 2 laps, I would expect. Will we see Tick jump a bit? That is a good question. I mean, it's only 45 seconds of drift. But Tick did not take a lot of fuel. He has underfueled quite substantially. Yeah. As I butcher that pronunciation, but it's not an issue. Not an issue. Will Svander Spec fuel to 100, 3/4. I believe Javi is in the next stint. Svander Spec's putting in 52% fuel, puts him comfortably ahead of Tick. We see Comfy just chilling as he enters the Le Mans chicane. The Ferrari is a bit lethal, so it therefore cannot cut as much as other cars. But lovely stuff, and Comfy is on a personal best.
You love to see it.
Is that
unfortunately, it's looking like he has to beat this.
He will have to pit either this lap or next, as he peels into the pit lane at the end of 25. And drifting still just ahead out of that slipstream range to Elias. Neo is in it still. We will have a LMP1 car coming past now. It is Svander. It's going to be a bit interesting. Passes Neo. Exits nice and quick. Gets around the outside. A bit of a tag slapper from Neo there. He's fallen outside of the slipstream range and unfortunately has picked up a half-second penalty. This is all to gain for Toast, as Toast will come within under 2 seconds to Neo. That is unfortunate, as Neo had some quite strong pace in the first stint. As we see Comfy refueling, probably see him go to about 89-92%. Toast finds himself under 2 seconds now to Neo, but will Neo be able to just break away? Brett finds himself ahead of Comfy now. And Elias has broken that barrier to slipstream range to Drift King now, as he finds himself on a personal best. Just under a tenth up in the first sector. But with Svander Spec hot on his heels. Or is it another? Probably no. I apologize, it will be Tick, I believe, hot on his heels. as he goes around the outside of Neo. Maybe a bit of a team communication will help benefit them. The B&R livery. Is there a B&R car? Is that the VDE car, as it's got the logo on it? I have not seen the VDE car itself. The B&R car even. And Elias is just on the margin of that slipstream window. No real changes. Comfy has come out right behind Brett on 75% fuel. So we do have a race on our hands for 11th position overall, and I believe 5th for the GTEs. And Brett has picked up a 1 second penalty, handing that position to Comfy. Comfy will be more than happy to accept that, as it will make it nice and easy. Sampa is driving the B&R car. Like I said, I haven't seen the B&R logo. I did see the VDE. I might just be blind.
B&R logo is on the pod.
Ah,
the door.
Okay. What do you mean it's on the door? The VDE? Or is it
No,
on the other
BN.
side?
No, on both doors and on the hood.
I must be blind.
Above the window,
I will.
on the doors.
I will take your word for it.
I believe that's a B&R logo.
We see closing up as Toaster's closed up to Neo, and Elias has closed the gap to P1. Drift King.
Really interesting, by the way.
2 seconds.
Really interesting, by the way, to see the difference in battery level of all the hypercars.
Slander has a bit less than tick. Charles has plenty of. It will all be dependent on if they're how much they're braking into the corners, if they're braking a little bit early just to regenerate the battery, because when you run out of the battery, it is very crucial to your race.
Peachy really dragging the brakes in. Still got over half the battery.
I think Peach needs to stop dragging the brake as much as he's got. He's got double, if not triple, more battery than any other hypercar. As Sampa's drained his, Iron Speed has drained his, Charles has the most out of the top 3. Yeah, I think if Peachy just stops having a lead foot for the brakes and uses that battery, he will find himself closing up to the back of Sampa. Oh yeah, the Drift King and Elias now 3 tenths adrift. And we will quickly see if there's any other big changes at the moment. Nothing major. We will go back on board with this battle for P1. Peachy's doing a great job, yeah, preserving the battery. I don't know. Peachy's crazy when it comes to tyre saving and fuel saving and that type of stuff. He's quite good at that. Oh, and on my screen we have lost. Bit of a freeze frame.
Benjamin, we're back.
Hello. Good evening.
Hello. Stream's on.
Pardon?
Stream's back on.
Yes. Don't worry. You may have missed me for all of 20 seconds. But I'm back.
Yeah, 20 seconds. But what? You can ask my girlfriend what?
I can't help it today, I'm afraid. Just the McDonald's Wi-Fi is in full effect. But it's okay, you didn't miss anything crucial, as Elias is right on the gearbox of Drift King. Will we see a move into the first corner? Or will we see it towards the end of Sector 2, as that seems to be Elias's strong point?
Surprised to see Nush struggling that much, I have to say.
Can we look at P4 and 5? No worries, give me a bit of time to see if anything else. We will go on board. Well, unfortunately, Iron Speed is coming in as he's picked up some front aero damage, so nothing really to see there, but your driver is now up into P4, so that's good stuff. As Drift King does go a little bit wide, Elias does take that inside a little bit. Oh, he does touch him just a tiny bit. Drift King a bit later on the brakes. Elias will get a little bit of a cutback as Drift King runs wide to carry as much speed as he can. Elias closing back onto the rear bumper of Drift King right now. Just abide, just chill, make sure he takes the right opportunity to strike. Oh, did sound like a lot of noise in the background as Toast is right with Leo now. 6 tenths separates these two. Brent must have picked up another penalty or a spin as Nushel finds himself 4 seconds away and Coffee is 5 seconds adrift. We go on board with the leading two once again. No real change from these two. Well, we do see Sampa trying to find his way through. Dive up the inside. Nice textbook maneuver. Oh, maybe a little bit of a bump from Elias, but no harm, no foul as they continue on to sector 2. No real changes up front, just Svandesvek seems to have run out of battery or is on minimal. He does have a little bit of a spec. He does have a little spec, left the spec on his battery. Tick has a little bit more, Charles comfortably has double the amount. Sampa is running low. Peachy still has half a tank of energy. Obviously saving it for some point in the race. As we see Drift King and Elias still nose to tail. And any change? Oh, as but Neo and Toast are just a few tenths apart now. Toast has caught up. Was that a little bit too wide for Toast? Does Vigor have his penalty? Or is he clear? Looks to be safe and sound for now, ladies and gentlemen. Elias just in the slipstream of Drift King right now. Using the full red line of that Mercedes as he moves to the outside. Will we see around the outside overtake the late breakers? Not that brave as Drift King retains that first position. A little bit of a wobble from Elias. Just unsettling the car a little bit. As Elias is looking to break out of that dirty air as much as possible just so he can brake at his normal point. And we do see blue flags. WSR is fuel saving. That is interesting. It's like, well, it wasn't evident on the straight, but maybe. Oh, there we go, a little bit of short shift. Yes, maybe must be short shifting within the infield and then using that fuel he saved on the infield to drive past. As we see this right now, side by side. Proper NASCAR feels right now. Burning a hell of a load of fuel on the oven. Agreed, agreed. Do we see around the outside move? As Peachy just swarms up the inside. And Elias jumps behind Drift King once more. Oh yeah. 1.3 seconds down is the absolute best. Does seem to be a bit of a slow lap this one. Welcome back, Slib. Unless you just muted your mic.
Oh, is that you noticed?
Ah, yes.
Ah, yes.
Yes. Nishal has caught Brent by a second again as we go on board with the front two. No real changes again into T1. And no changes for P3. And there we go. A little bit of a lost connection. And we're back. Oh, Elias has made the move up the inside of Drift King. Apologies, we missed that. Lovely move into the end of Sector 1. Then we go into Elias's playing field, sector 2. Quite strong is the Merc here. Saying that, Drift King does not seem to be giving an inch. He wants to stay as close as physically possible to the back end of Elias right now. As we see Svander back again to lap the GTE class. Obviously find his way around rather easy. See a move into the launch chicane. Drift King is thinking about it, but that's off the throttle. Thinks better. As he will more than likely get it into T1. Saying that did not look like the strongest exit, and he's unfortunately picked up a half a second penalty. I have spoke too soon, and that will drop him back towards the battle for P3. Will come P2. Unfortunate stuff there for Drift King, as he was doing an exceptional job. Right, so we'll drop out of that slipstream range and fall back into the clutches of Neo.
Looks like Toast is gonna go for a move on Neo here.
No, wait his time.
Slips back in.
As Tick finds his way past his teammates. Going through the grid. No real close battles on track. Go back to Toast. And Neo, just check if Drift King is. He's close a little bit up. Nothing to within the slipstream range. Ooh, getting very close. The back end of Neo there was Toast. Just to seem to be the faster driver as of now.
Looks to be comfortable in the slipstream, the dirty air of Neo as well.
Look at the hypercars. But this is the pure focus. This is where all the fun is. If you want, we can do an NBC stream and I can just watch first.
We have hypercars and they are going around, as Sid would say.
The hypercars are there, don't you worry. Just nothing to watch.
6 of them.
We see any no. Oh, we do see though. Drift King is called back onto the back. Oh, does the Merc in P1 have damage? He does not, so it must have been a penalty pickup or just a bit of a mistake going deep into turn 1, but no damage for the Merc of Elias. Although this has helped Drift King get back into the clutches. Back into the slipstream. As we see, Elias has used a bit more fuel, which is not surprising. Neo and Toast. He's just on his own, chilling. Yeah, nothing really interesting towards the back of the field, I'm afraid. It just depends who we want to watch, as we have 2 very close battles. I will run through the LMP1s, as there's 45 seconds separating 6th to 5th. We find a further 15 seconds gap between the 2 Finnish drivers, even though our Peachy is not Finnish. And a whole 52 seconds separates Sampa and Charles. 4-5 seconds to Tick, and then a further 8 seconds to Sampa. flags are being waved as Iron Speed is coming through the top two GTEs as he will nearly dives up the inside, just picks his moment. This will obviously help Elias a little bit, nothing too major. Well, yeah, good racing from the GTE, lot nice and close. Comfy bot working in full effect. Can't really say the same. I mean, you can. Top three all pretty close. Unfortunately, 4th, 5th, and 6th all had a bit more errors compared to the top three, saying that Tick did have a bit of a half spin and lost a good 5, 6, 7, 8 seconds or so. Yeah, that's pretty stable at the moment. This is the closest battle on track at the moment. And Electric Gaming YouTube has joined the session as Toast is bot drafting Neo into the Le Mans chicane. I guess this will just help Toast to save some more fuel, as he did take quite a bit less. Very nice, all 4 GT have the same speed. Oh, I don't think they have, well, same lap times obviously, but obviously top speed is obviously a bit more favourable to the Corvette, of course. It does seem to have a bit of a stretch on the legs.
Neutral's got past Sprint at the back.
We have seen Elias has broken away from Drift King a bit, as a bit of pace drop off maybe. I'm saying that he's trying to get back into the slipstream range. But yes, that's very good to note. Good keen eye. So he must have picked up a penalty in the Le Mans chicane, maybe a second again, and dropped back, seeing as he's 1 second down in the first sector. So Nushul finds his way into P12, 7 seconds adrift from Comfy now. Mr. Slim, I may have to disappear.
You said so?
Yes, so I may have to disappear for half an hour, 40 minutes or so.
Oh my goodness. Do we have a James Bosworth or maybe perhaps a...
I'm sure you will have a James Bosworth, but you will just have to pick a car, and I will just have to leave it on the car.
Oh, that is true. Very unfortunate.
Yes, there's nothing really happening in the hypercar class, so I will probably just leave it on either Neo or Elias.
Do Neo.
Do Neo, yes. I unfortunately do need to pick up the girlfriend, as she has stayed out not as long as she said she would.
Ah, happens every time.
Yes. Women.
Women.
Oh yeah, no changes. Pretty static throughout the whole field. Charles has set a PB and seems to be lapping a little bit quicker with that extra battery. It's powerful for RTO to see our cars to fight with. Yes.
Yeah.
No, our RTO definitely a strong contender here for sure.
Yes, very fast in the first stint as well.
Sampa around the outside now. Well, yeah, no changes. unfortunately, does seem to be a bit of a stagnant race, especially for the GTEs, the hypercars even, sorry. As Peachy still has more battery than everyone combined.
Ben, what do we think of the liveries tonight?
That is a good point.
Should we have a quick check?
Got a quick little
the
check.
field.
So it's nice to see the SVV car. Haven't seen it in a while. Can't really go wrong with
course.
their livery.
Of course.
Nice, clean concept. WSR, always the same. Pretty consistent. Always good looking. Nice bold colours and a bit of black. Charles with the gasoline green kind of chrome. Very nice. Typical DLL colours. Nothing too special.
I am a fan of. I am a fan of DLL liveries, I have to say.
When it comes to the GT3s, I think it's a little bit better. The hypercar ones are just a bit more standard, I feel.
But the hypercar is really hard to make a livery for.
Yeah, that's true. The BNR car, that's quite nice looking.
It's nice. It's nice.
It's probably up there.
If I am honest, I think I've seen this livery before in different colors.
More than likely. So you reckon it's a bit of a copycat?
I do think this might be plagiarism.
Well, they'd have to copy it and then share it, rather than just editing on their end, but I don't know. As Peachy finds himself around the GTEs.
Yeah.
Hello, Eiffel. That was a good race you had there, mate.
Very simple livery for the RRC Erics.
Yes, I mean it's a nice little combination, just a bit of black, red and gold.
Can't really go wrong.
No, just a bit of a one-off. Bit basic, no, she'll do well next time, mate. No, I mean, I think for the hypercars, I think WSR will win it, in my opinion. Or even, if you can argue, SVV and Halex, that is quite a nice livery as well.
Sure.
For the GTEs, I don't know, you know.
I think the WSR hypercar is much better than the Mercedes.
Well, the Lexus WSR is quite good. I do like that one.
That is true.
Yeah, don't worry, Eiffel happens to the best of us. You don't have as bad luck as Confidor, so you're winning in life. I don't know. Oh, as no short gets a bit of a tank slapper exiting the infield section. I don't know. Who does have the best GTE?
You're the McDonald's Ferrari.
I mean, the green Corvette is quite nice. The like iridescent or kind of chrome green. That's quite nice. I do like it.
Oh,
doesn't really have any team sponsors, so it does lack in that sort of way. But it is nice. The Merc itself, it's okay. It's good. Nothing special. Again, Ferrari, just kind of typical. Really, smack a line on it.
McDonald's.
Yeah. The Golden Arches car.
Yep.
Yes, the WRC Lexus is probably the best out of the lot. So pretty much the same WSR dominating the livery and race side. The red Corvette's quite nice. Does seem to be a bit busy. It just seems to be they've just slapped on the logos, like you said, a bit of plagiarism, but it does look quite nice. Do like the red with the little blue lines and accents running through it.
The red numbers give me anxiety though.
The Drift King McLaren is very interesting. Not my cup of tea. It's nice. It's alright. That's really it, so that's how I'd say it. Yeah, the Mercedes just seem to lack a bit of design compared to the Lexus, I would think. Just doesn't have the same curvature, so it doesn't have the same effect. But yeah. Let us know what you think, guys, in the comments section or live chat even. Who you're voting, and you can't vote your own.
Yeah, remember to vote in the poll as well.
There's a straw poll that Flipsy has up somewhere, either in the Discord or in the chat itself. So make sure to vote. And we've lost throttle pins in the chat, lovely stuff. So yes. No favoritism. Vote for someone else's car, please. Be a bit fair. Oh yes, I see what you mean by the red numbers, just doesn't really work.
On the green background?
Yeah.
I don't know, I really like the green
green
Corvette.
It just lacks, like, it's simplistic, it just looks...
but that's my style though. It needs more logos or something.
It needs a team
Sponsors.
name.
Yeah.
It's just got like, it just looks like it's copied off the showcase place.
Yeah, that's true.
Any changes up front? So it does look like Charles has closed down the gap a little bit too thick, as he does have a little bit of battery life still left to do. We actually have some action for the hypercar class. Ladies and gentlemen, I think this deserves a round of applause.
Whoa!
We actually have some on-track battles for the hypercar class. It does look like Charles is quite a bit quicker than Tick at the moment. It does have fresher tyres. A little bit.
Seems to be struggling a tiny bit.
Yeah, I mean, last lap alone, Charles was 1.5 seconds quicker. Elias has broken away quite comfortably away from Drift King. Drift King is 8 tenths. Well, I mean, Toast is 8 tenths away from Drift King, and Neo is 5 tenths. So let's see if Charles, as we enter the chicane. Charles does seem to drop a bit compared to Tick in the chicane, but does Tick penalty? No, just a well executed chicane by Tick there, lovely stuff. And then I will leave it on Toast while I go and return. Unfortunately, you'll have a bit of a boring stream. I'm sure Slim will fill you in on what is happening that you can't see.
Of course.
But I will be back as quick as possible. Unfortunately, I did not predict this to happen. Stay single, folks. Stay single. It's never worth it. You like that, don't you? Oh my god, you like that a lot, don't you?
After 8 years, that's a spot. Oh, Brent with a big 1 second penalty.
Damn, it would have cut. But as we see, Iron Speed up the inside of Drift King. Oh, Drift King does steer out of it a little bit. This helps Toast quite a lot as he slows him down. So we will see a little battle again, a three-way battle, not for first but for second this time, as we will see Drift King, Toast and Neo battle it out for second. But yes, I will leave you to it, Mr. Slim. More than welcome to invite Bosworth. Get a little James Bozzy on the mic. Keep you company.
Hummus on the mic? Yeah.
Alright. Well, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the 30-40 minutes of just pure silence. From my end at least, I'm sure Slim will keep you entertained.
I'll try my best.
He'll try his best. And I hope I leave you with the most action for the stopgap while I'm away. So I will see you in a bit, Slim. Au revoir.
Alright. Please do send me messages in the chat if you want an update on specific cars or battles up or down the track. Oh my god. I'll try to keep you guys informed as good as I can. Spicy fight going on for the second spot in the GT class. Elias is loving this, just finally getting his opportunity to run away from the rest of the pack. I really wonder if all of these guys can stretch to a 2-stop. It's gonna be close, I assume. None of them seem to be saving fuel any particularly well or much. Those just bumping drifting along. He seems really confident in the dirt here in the slipstream. Maybe they're trying to catch up back to Elias in P1. Maybe also trying to protect himself from behind against Neo.
Yeah, hello and welcome to this is some kind of replay recording, because for very unfortunate reasons Ben during streaming had quite a share of problems, and therefore 1 hour of the stint is missing. That's why I'm re-recording it, so that we have this stream, that we have the video ready to cut. Unfortunately, I also couldn't find the version from Slim. Slim also streamed the race after Ben had his problems, and couldn't find it anymore. Anyway. We are in a three-way fight here with Jeremy. This is Camel Toast, Drift King, and Neofaster. The GT class very close together, even after 1 hour and 20 minutes. In front we can see Elias. And yeah, I think he also is called Elias in Elias 31. They're still side by side together through the horseshoe, I think it is called. At least that's what Charles called it. And with this, Gameltoes is now past Drift King. And we have Vandersbeck closing in. Yeah, unfortunately, through the replays, I can't really show the usernames of everybody. You can only see the in-game name. And in the case of Camel Toast, it's Jeremy. For Drift King, it's the same as before, more or less. And for Neo Faster, the same. I think we are staying in this battle for a little bit longer, because in theory Neo Faster should be faster in the straights than Drift King, but since Drift King also has some slipstream, he can defend himself from Neo Faster despite the Corvette having the better top speed. Drift King during the brakes is able to re-overtake Gammeltoast. So Gammeltoast still stays on the inside and can retake the position, but still side by side. Then we have a LMH going through. I think this is WSR Tick. And with this, Gammeltoast is in front again of Drift King. Drift King with a narrow line tries to get back on him. Gammeltoast needs to make room so that the LMH car of DLL Charles can overtake. Yeah, this is cool. Drift King now in front again and should have the favorable line through the Le Mans chicane. Yeah, Gammeltoast sees that it is useless to fight here and lets himself fall back so that he can maybe overtake again on the straights. But Drift King really can defend himself. Now Gammeltoast with the inner line. Drift King again can defend himself and stays Nate. This McLaren is really one of the most wide cars imaginable for poor Gammeltoast. And Neo Faster with a mistake, lost some valuable time there. And yeah, Drift King still in front. Can really defend himself for quite a period now. This fight is going on for over 5 minutes. And yeah, I'm sorry that I haven't shown anything else for the moment. Gammeltoast doesn't want to overtake. Has given him a bump draft. But this time I think he should be able to overtake. It goes on the outside for a while. Now back in the slipstream. But again, I think the more speed he has is not going to be enough to overtake here. Maybe he didn't want to overtake. No switchback either. Yeah, let's look to the field a bit. Neo Faster with a little gap to these two in front. Then we have Comfy User. Yeah, that's my name. Then we have GTP Nushel in 12th and Brent in 13th. The GT field very close together still. For the LMH, we have Van der Speck in front, about I'd say 10 to 11 seconds in front of Aman or WSR Tick. Then we have DLL Charles in third position. Zampa, it's not Zampa, RX Roblox, that's Pichiella. Peachy is only a little bit behind. At least it looks like that, but this is not the case. He's one lap behind Charles. So, as you can see, Charles is now in second, and Peachy still stays in fourth position. And now he has had a wheel disconnect, I believe, and had to change to the controller. Zampa half a lap behind. And then we have Iron Speed or Bindig in sixth place. Now back at these two lovers. Drift King again can defend himself in front of Gammeltoast. Must be quite annoying for Gammeltoast because he's losing much time behind Drift King. That's not ideal for him. And again, 7/10 slower in this lap. This is mainly because of Drift King. Not that Drift King is slow, not at all. But I think Gammeltoast would like to be in front so that he can chase down Elias. Because Jeremy is a little bit faster than Drift King, but can't find a way past him. Neofast now also losing quite a bit of the gap. Gammeltoast not trying to overtake here. It's useless. In the meantime, Van der Speck has gone into the pits. And Charles has taken the lead of this stint. Okay, now Jeremy or Gammeltoast. Maybe this time he has a better opportunity to overtake, but I think he has bump drafted Drift King again. He wants to be fast with him together, and he wants to use him to be faster as well by bump drafting. Iron Speed behind them wants to lap those two guys. Need to be careful though. And the other WSR car of Tick is also, wow, what was that? Drift King was pushed off by, I think it was Iron Speed. That's really unfortunate. And this has given Gammeltoast the position now. But Drift King, sliding around. Not happy. He's now writing a message. Chat. Unfortunately, you can't see that because it's just a replay. This is also why you can't see the gaps. And since the stream of Slim is not around anymore, we have to do it this way. There's not really another chance. If you look at the tires, Drift King's tires are a bit better than Neofaster, especially at the fronts. Fuel-wise, Drift King also has more fuel. Now he's going on the outside. Will he overtake? No, he has to stay behind. Neofaster has given him a bit of space, but not enough for Drift King to go around the outside. So he might need to wait for a different opportunity. Now Camel Toast has disappeared quite a bit. Should be around 4 or 5 seconds in front of Neofaster already. Now the Corvette is really fast on the straights, although Drift King has had a good exit out of this corner. So he should be able to remain in the slipstream. In the McLaren this should be possible. It was not possible for me in the Ferrari to really get slipstream. Yeah, Drift King showed himself by taking a different line and showing to Neofast that he could go faster, but he didn't attack in the Le Mans chicanes. And frankly, this is better this way, because both drivers could lose a lot of time if they're doing this. Now if you look at Comfy, he's about 10 seconds behind them, maybe even a bit more. Maybe it's 12. His tires look slightly better. Not by much though. Now Charles is also in the pits, and with this Swandersbeck will come out in front again. Yeah, the gap is about 11 to 12 seconds to Drift King. And it's around 5 seconds from Camel Toast to Neofaster. And about 7 seconds from Elias to Camel Toast. Then Nuschel is around 10 seconds behind Comfy, and Brent another 12 seconds behind Nuschel. So the GT field still very close together if we look through them. About half a racetrack. This is okay after 1.5 hours. And with the pit stops coming, it should get even closer. Yeah, let's look again at the Swandersbeck leading the race. Now after Charles has gone into the pits. Also the fastest lap is as well from Swandersbeck when the 1:30.7. Charles not far behind though, only about 10-12 seconds. It's difficult to say right now because he hasn't gone over the line, and yeah, after a pit stop it's a bit difficult to get the gap out of here. But then let's look at Swandersbeck and then we can see the gap to Charles, and it's around 12 seconds, 12.5, and around 15 to WSR Tick. At least I believe it's WSR Tick. Yes, it is. Yeah, the closest battle in the LMH class is about DLL Charles and WSR Tick. They are 3 seconds apart. And I'd say that Tick is the faster driver. at least for the moment. And Slim has quite a gap to Zampa and has quite a gap to Tick. Nothing will happen here, and Iron Speed is also quite a bit behind Zampa. Half a lap. Neofast has now put a little bit of a gap to Drift King. Not that much, but it's still noticeable. Iron Speed is waiting for an overtake. It seems that Comfy has lost a little bit of time. Either this lap wasn't very good, or a few of them before. There's a 147 in it. This wasn't a good lap. Because the gap to Drift King is now 14 seconds. It was 11 or 12 seconds at one point, so he lost quite a bit of time. And since Drift King is also able to get some slipstream from Neofast, it won't be easy to close the gap down. Maybe through a different strategy it could be possible. Drift King still fighting for position. Profiting from the slipstream, he can follow Neofaster quite easily. The rear tires don't look the best, but neither do Neofasters. They look about the same, it's just that Neofaster has more front wear than Drift King does, which is understandable since the McLaren is a mid-engine car and the Corvette is front engine. At least the C7 is front engine, the C8 would then also be mid-engine, but we do not have either the GTE nor the GT3 C8 in the game. So we have to work with the C7. It seems that Drift King has had a really good exit out of the chicane. And he has some momentum that he can go side by side with Neofaster. But yeah, the Corvette has a top speed advantage. It won't be easy to overtake. Although the McLaren is quite potent on the straights. There was a touch between them. But Neofaster can still keep the position. Drift King now on the inside. Gives him a little nudge. But Neofaster can still defend side by side. Drift King goes slightly from the accelerator to not go side by side to the horseshoe corner. Yeah, at least that's what I heard from other guys calling it. Why exactly it is called like that, or they call it like that, I can't really say. But since Drift King had a problematic exit where he drifted a bit, Neofaster has been able to extend the gap a little bit to Drift King. Also, the gap to Gammeltoes stays quite the same. It's about 5 to 6 seconds. There's not really any change here. and Comfy has been able to take a bit of time again. Instead of 14, it's now rather 12 seconds to Drift King. So he's coming closer. Then still 10 seconds between Comfy and Nuschel. And Brent has lost quite a bit of time. He's now 16 seconds behind Nuschel and does not look good on fuel, does not look good on tires. It's going to be difficult for him to go for the two-stop, which is the favorite strategy of most drivers in the GT class. Not all of them, but most of them. Yeah, we have now looked quite a bit at the GT field. Let's look at the LMHs again. Svandersbeck still leading, and Charles now has some visits. He's getting a visit from WSR Tick. Tick, unfortunately, lagging around quite a bit. But sometimes there's nothing you can do about the connection. Nuschel had more or less the same problems. For a few drivers in the lobby. Not for me though. For me it was quite... he was not lagging, or at least not much. But when I looked at other people's connection, or just point-to-point connection from one to another, Nuschel was quite a bit more laggy than he was for me. Now Tick has come pretty close to Charles, has had a much better exit through the hairpin here. And it looks like he could overtake Charles quite soon. A little bit of a touch here, but maybe it was just lag. Now let's see when Tick will make the overtake, because yeah, Tick, sorry, I think he could go past on the straights, maybe. At least not here. Charles has made a bit of a gap. He should be able to defend himself for now at least. Charles goes a bit wide here, and this has allowed Tick to shorten the gap quite a bit. Charles goes wide again. Tick can't profit from it, at least for now. Yeah, I need more or less half an hour to record, and then we can take over from Xavi's stream. Tick still quite close behind Charles with a good exit out of the Le Mans chicanes. Maybe he can come closer now. Although it seems the top speed of Charles is quite good. He's not easy to overtake. Although Tick has a top speed of around 337, it's not enough. Maybe he didn't want to overtake. but it was just not enough, and this time with the better exit out of the first corner, out of the first hairpin, Vic has taken position 2, and I think this was a collision. I think Charles hit him. But since Tick is lagging that hard, I don't think it was intentional. It was just the wrong place at the wrong time. Because usually when Charles with a little mistake, and with this, Tick has taken the second position. Wow, that was costly. Charles had to slow down the car quite a bit to not spin out. That's why he lost a lot of time, but at least he didn't spin. Then we have Slim, about half a lap behind Charles. And now overtaking the GT car of Comfy. The rear tire looks very bad. He needs to go into the pits quite soon. Zampa also another half a lap behind. Might be a personal best though. And Iron Speed nearly a lap behind Zampa. Toast taking the lead of the GT class because all three of Elias, Drift King and Neofaster go into the pits. Now let's look at the gap between Toast and Comfy. The gap is around 19 seconds. Lap times of both are more or less the same. Fuel wise, Comfy looks slightly better. Tire wise, Comfy also looks slightly better. Rear tire, the right rear tire is used by both cars at the same level, or yeah, a little bit more by Comfy. This can lead to problems in the balance of the car. But at least in the night it should be manageable. Comfy also with very stable lap times from lap 55 onwards. 44, 45.1, 45.2, then a 45.8, 45.3, 45.6, 45.4 and 45.5. So very stable lap times, but Camel Toast has the same consistency. Now he also goes into the pits, will probably refuel completely, whereas Comfy will continue for 1 or 2 more laps and then go into the pits as well. Now interesting to see is, will he come out behind Elias? And if yes, how much behind Elias? Camel Toast needs to stay in the pits for a very, very long time. He needs to refuel, probably to the brim, 100 liters, and for this you will sit 50 seconds in the pits. 50 seconds to refuel completely. So yeah, he will stay in the pits for another 15 seconds. It should be enough for Elias to overtake now. Although Camel Toast will make up a bit at the exit, and he doesn't even refuel completely. He refuels for 93 liters and comes out about 2 seconds behind Elias. We now have a WSR 1 and 2 again in the GT class, at least when Comfy stops as well. Then we will have a 1-2. For now it's a 2-3. Drift King has been able to overtake Neo Faster by quite a bit. Interestingly, he didn't really refuel less than Neo Faster, or at least only slightly less. Is there a difference? Yeah, the pit exit. The pit exit lap is quite different. Neo Faster lost 2.5 seconds through this. Yeah, now Comfy's also in the pits. With only 1 liter of fuel. Now he refuels as well. Elias now over the line and goes into the first hairpin. He should defend the lead from Comfy. Then Camel Toast coming through as well. Drift King should also stay in front. Then we have Neo Faster. He comes out at the same position as Comfy. But Comfy needs to yield. His tires aren't warm. He must first drive 2 or 3 laps to get some temperature into the tires. And also Neo Faster with quite a different line against Comfy. Comfy looks for a better corner exit. He tries to make up the gap at the corner exit through the acceleration out of the corner, whereas Neo Faster wins a little bit more time on the entry with the slimmer line, with a narrower line through the corners here. Now for Comfy this will be very difficult because the Ferrari lacks top speed, and even with slipstream it will be very difficult to overtake. So probably the only method how Comfy could get past the Corvette would be in the infield. But as we can see, the whole GT field is very, very close together. We have Elias in position 1 of the GT class, but he's only 2 seconds in front of Camel Toast, and Camel Toast himself is 7 seconds in front of Drift King, and Drift King is 3.5 seconds in front of Neo Faster and Comfy. So as you can see here, the gap between the top 5 of the GT class is 15 seconds. This is after 2 hours. That's very, very close. This could even be one of the closest stints we have ever seen in DES, considering the WEC class. Then about 18 seconds behind Comfy we have Nuschel. Comfy has lost a lot. Comfy has won a lot of time through the pit stops. He has refueled quite a bit less than all the others around him. So it seems he really goes for the fuel economy tactics. So this means he loses a bit of time in overall lap time, but he gets this all back by Tick overtaking Comfy. But yeah, Comfy is getting the whole time back through just refueling much less. And yeah, it's of course it's an advantage if you sit 20 or 25 seconds less in the pits. Brent has lost quite a bit on Nuschel. He's now 26 seconds behind Nuschel, but still only half a lap behind the first GT car, so this is less than a minute to the front guys. The problem for him will only be that he probably can't go to the end. He needs to be very careful with the fuel, or he needs to stop once again. Swanderspec still leading. Goes over the line with a 1:31.804, which is exactly 1.1 seconds lower than his personal best lap in this stint. And the fastest lap in this stint overall. But Tick is only 10 seconds behind Swanderspec. And Charles, where is he? Another 10 seconds behind. So we have 10 seconds between Swanderspec and Tick, and another 10 seconds from Tick to Charles. Then we look at Zampa. He's a lap behind Charles. So not fighting for the position anymore. Slim, about 20 seconds behind Zampa. Yeah, 24 even. Although Zampa needs to pit again, and if Slim needs to pit, he needs to refuel much less. And Tick. Sorry, this is not Tick, this is Iron Speed. Iron Speed is about 40 seconds behind Slim. Not exactly, it's more or less 37 seconds behind Slim. GT class. Yeah, you can see it's really close between the top 5. Although Comfy had a bit of bad luck in the first stint with him and Elias coming together in the chicane here, and Comfy spinning out due to leaving room and then touching the grass. It's still only 15 seconds. And the gap to Neofaster stays more or less the same. Not really gaining time, but also not really losing that much. Zampa now coming through. Worked well for both drivers. Tampa was able to lap them without any issues. Yeah, it's more or less 11 minutes that you need to listen to me again. But after that we can take over from Javi. And then we will have the official stream replay again. The official stream footage. But yeah, I first need to paste all these 3 clips together to make one video of it. And then we should have the whole footage of the race. I'm switching back to the LMHs now. Swanderspec still leading. And it should still be around 9 or 10 seconds to tick, and this is true. But the gap to Charles is slowly and steadily growing. Tick is the fastest driver of these 3. He is the fastest. And he also has a little bit of an advantage fuel-wise. But what happened here? Both WSR hypercars came together and take now with damage. Oh, that was unfortunate. Iron Speed with massive damage. Front bumper, rear bumper, and then also both right wheels damaged. Yeah, this was really unfortunate. Not good. How could this happen? Unfortunately, I can't really have replays here in the replay. Yeah, I can't have replays in the replay. It sounds a bit strange, but yeah. You know what I mean? In the stream, we... I just want to say, does Iron Speed want to continue with this damage? Doesn't really make sense. But yeah, it's going to the pits. And Tick is continuing with the damage. The gap has now increased a little bit to 10 seconds again to Swanderspec. And now let's see if Arman or Tick is losing time. 1.3 seconds slower, at least in this lap, but that doesn't mean that much. Could still be a 1:32, which would be a normal lap time. But yeah, now it's 2 seconds, so it will rather be a 1:33, like it was in the lap before. Of course, the front damage isn't that much of a issue, at least for the LMH cars, but he's still losing quite a bit of time. It's a 1:34 now, so 3 seconds lost. The problem with damage for the hypercars is that that the hybrid energy is really struggling with damage, because yeah, the hybrid energy is active from a certain speed if the car is straight again to 250 kph. Of course, the longer the car takes to accelerate to 250, the more battery will be used. And with this, the battery is deployed much more, and is also going to drain a lot more, and since there's little energy left, the time loss is even bigger. That's why damage for the LMH cars is really crucial. Whereas for the GT cars, it isn't really that much of an issue. Yes, of course it is an issue, but with light damage you might be half a second slower a lap, or with a suspension damage you also might be only a little slower. Isn't that much of a time loss, but for the LMH cars it's quite costly. Now the gap between those two drivers is 13 seconds, so the damage really showing with the lap times. Although there were a few 132s already before, but this could also be due to traffic, which Swanderspec also has. Charles is catching up now, it's only 7 seconds, he is now pushing quite a bit. At least the last 2 laps, 80 and 81, he was pushing quite a bit more than before. Charles is someone who is quite cautious in the first few laps of the stint and gets faster the longer the stint goes. And it's showing here, once again. Now Zampa over a lap behind Charles, and then we have Slim, who is 23 seconds behind Zampa. But again, on a different strategy, he will come closer through the pit stop strategies. And yeah, Iron Speed coming out of the pits now. Or no, it just looked like he was coming out of the pits, but in reality he wasn't. I think he made room for Swanderspec. But yeah, he's now over a lap behind Slim. And yeah, this damage was really costly for him. But while we're at it with lapping the leading GT driver, we can switch back to Elias and look at his gaps. Still, the GT field is very close together. We have Elias in first place. 3 seconds behind we have Gammeltoast. Then another 7 seconds behind, and this means 10 seconds behind Elias we have Drift King. 3 seconds behind Drift King we have Neo Faster and Comfy. So the top 5 are only apart by 14 seconds. Comfy has now picked up the pace a bit. His last few laps were extremely consistent. The 45.6, 45.5, 45.5, 45.3, 45.3, 45.4, 45.5, 45.4. And he's showing up at Neo Faster. Now overtaking, of course, will be difficult. The Ferrari, not that much of a powerful car. It's running with the least horsepower out of all participating teams, out of all participating cars, and therefore has a bit of a problem at accelerating and the higher area of speed around 150 to 250. And also top speed isn't that good of the Ferrari. Although it can slightly keep up due to favorable aerodynamics. Something which, for example, the Corvette and the Lexus are not that good at. But on the other hand, the Corvette has a good engine, good power, and obviously for Neofaster a setup that is really good for top speed. I'm switching to Peachy again because this is the driver that you will see later on. He has gotten damage somewhere while Zampa pitted. But okay, I'm away now. See you with Javi.
Okay, obviously because of me joining late, it's just really fucked. I don't know if this is helpful, honestly.
Huh?
Look at how like fucked up the gaps are because I joined late.
They should.
When people cross the line,
they
it
should
might
reset
update.
after. Yeah. Yeah, they're gonna update. All right.
See if I can get chat up as well.
So the battles on track are Confi fighting for that fourth position against Neo.
Is everyone going to the end now?
It should be. Yeah.
Okay. Except for Pekka, apparently.
Yeah.
Are you aware that Peachy's wheel broke? Can't wait.
Is
like,
that so?
About an hour ago, his wheel broke and he's been on controller.
Yeah. Well, that explains. I'm not surprised actually.
Yeah.
His wheel has a tendency to break.
Yeah. Okay, we'll watch Comfy and Neo faster, but like, I think they're just working together. Oh, fucking hell, Becca. See if this works.
Smooth
Oh, the sound alerts work. That's cool.
Nice.
operator.
Smooth operator.
Oh, this is gonna hurt my brain, right?
Yeah, Charles isn't going to end either. It's gonna hurt a bit. And I've also seen that Peachy has damage.
Yeah. So,
That's very unfortunate. I hope he gets to keep the fourth position.
wait, how is Nushel so far behind? He was doing quite well when I was in Cool earlier. Well, not well, but you know, better.
He's had a couple moments.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks
I
like
don't really know
everyone
what's
has fuel to the
happened
end.
to him. He had a spin quite early. Pretty
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, and then he crashed into Comfy as well.
Yeah, that we saw on stream, or I at least saw it.
Comfy has nearly 10,000 miles in the Ferrari.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's more miles than I have on the complete, like, overall on the game.
Yeah, it's probably. Yeah.
I checked yesterday. That's a fact.
I want to check mine now. Let me see. Sorry, stream. Hang on, just a second.
I checked yours actually too, but I can't remember
Oh,
anymore.
I have nearly 20k. Still. Not that. You have only double company's miles on the Ferrari. Is this a sound alert? Maybe. That's kind of cool. Yeah, Charles has to pit.
Sense Master. What's up?
Peachy is pitting.
It's good. Damn.
Now there's no close battles. What is this?
Well, some and Peach are pretty close.
Yeah.
And oh, Drift King's got a second penalty.
But you know, your stint
1
ended
second.
with like top 3 in like 3 seconds or something. I was expecting something better.
Yeah, it's true.
What's your opinion about Team DLL? Oh, Peachy, please! No! He's got damage.
No,
Again.
I feel bad for him. What
Oh,
happened?
he's definitely depressed. He's just
Yes.
spun out onto the oval and hit the wall.
What's your opinion about Team DL?
I think we just don't go into that, to be honest. Oh, he got a penalty as well. He got a penalty.
No, 1.5 seconds. Oh, he's so done. He's so done.
Oh man.
Ugh.
I wonder if he's on control.
He's. I assume yes. He's still got time to catch up, but for sure he does.
Yeah, but maybe not with damage because that will make him slow on the straights.
That's true, actually.
Honestly, I would pit because this is going to be not a fun race otherwise.
I would probably as well.
Yeah, he is.
Try to go for the fastest lap or something.
Yeah.
Just to keep it interesting.
Yeah, he's got a bit of hybrid. He could try.
Yeah, and 1.5 minutes behind, so he's clear.
Yeah. Comfy's catching up again to Neo faster. Not that much. No one else is too close.
Yeah.
Apparently Nushel's 99 minutes behind anyone else. Behind the leader.
that penalty was a joke.
Yeah.
Michelle is actually 18 minutes behind.
Okay, that makes more sense. Okay, I'm gonna go on board with someone. Who should I go on board with? Let's go on board with Nushel.
Are comfy?
No, not Nushel. I'm going in the passenger seat. We're gonna watch him do the fastest lap he can possibly do.
That's it.
It's quite boring spectating Daytona actually because they're all just on the straight.
Yeah.
Get to a corner, please. Okay, here he goes. Oh, he's braked too late. He's off the track. He saved it. That was quite good actually.
Hey, that's a esports line.
No, he got a penalty.
Damn. Never mind then. Never mind then.
It was an esports slide until he got the penalty.
He was, yeah. Charles in the pits.
Okay, let's look at Charles in the pit.
No, let's not. Let's not.
No, I want to see. Let's see how long this pit stop takes. Charles has nearly
How many
10,000 in this car as well.
Wait, how many laps is the race for hypercars?
116, I think they said. That's what PG said.
Okay, not that many more than for the GTE class.
Yeah. How many does GTE get?
102.
Oh, okay. Squishy, because I joined the lobby late, I only just joined, right? So the gaps are a bit messed up, so I think most of the GTE cars are going to say like really far back. Yeah, they're all 99 minutes behind the leader. But
I can give you the real gaps.
in terms of relative gaps, it's all correct. It's just that the classes are like separated by more than what they actually are.
I really want Confi to get this before.
Let's see. He's been catching, but Comfy has been complaining the whole time about apparently the Ferrari has really bad top speed, which I'm looking forward to next.
Yeah,
So
it does.
It'll be hard to overtake.
But it's also the Corvette is inside. Like it was pulling on me, like when I was in its slipstream.
So Comfy's gonna lose time even in the slipstream then.
Yeah. Correct. He has to overtake in the infield. That's what I did.
Okay. I
Ich
see
bin
this being
Anflagger.
very nice.
Hello.
I think Neocosta made a mistake. Oh, who's pitting? Brent. The tyres, I guess, because we've got enough fuel. Yeah, Comfy lost like 3/10 in the straight before the chicane. That's kind of crazy.
This one is even worse.
And I'll be even slower because I've decided to run downforce.
Really?
And Comfy runs minimum. Yeah. Because he made it stable through the chicane by putting all the weight to the front. But I don't like that. It makes it really slow in the infield, so I just did downforce instead.
Okay. I was running down first too. Or front down first.
Front only.
Yeah.
Mine is mostly rear because otherwise the car just gets really unstable.
Yeah, well that's the Ferrari.
Yeah.
Ferrari.
It's a nice looking car though, at least.
Looks like a McDonald's car.
Well, yeah, the livery looks like a McDonald's car.
Yeah.
I meant the car itself is a nice looking car.
And it sounds good.
It does sound good as well, yeah, that's true.
I think the Mercedes sounds pretty good as well.
Let's find out. We're going on board with Notion again. It's quite like deep.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty good though. He's so slow on the power.
German V8.
This traction must be bad.
Yeah, he's running a different
He's like
setup from mine.
pausing at half throttle for quite a long time.
Yeah. But I also don't think he's the most confident right now in the wheel. Or
Yeah.
on the wheel.
He was saying, because I was in call with him earlier for like an hour and a half, and he was saying like, don't feel confident. And he just doesn't really understand because he said he could do low 44s in practice, and now he's like 45.
Yeah.
Tick has
That's
set
what
the
I
new
was
fastest
saying too
lap.
earlier.
Yeah. What, did you have the same thing?
Well, kind of, yeah, but I also was looking at Dushel's lap times.
Alright.
I think my PB was still in the low 44s.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh. Being lapped
Wait,
by
there's a massive, like the lap times can fluctuate by up to a second depending on the wind.
Yeah, that makes sense. But
And
this
then-
wind is good
then-
though.
Yeah, this wind is okay. Southeast wind is better, I think.
Maybe. I like this wind. I could do low 44s with this wind when I was practicing.
Yeah.
Charles is chasing. Take us
Ooh.
also chasing. Pekka.
Oh, Charles has got past.
Yeah.
How did we miss that?
PG lapping Nushel. I think they've crashed both times that they've tried to lap each other, so I want to see this again.
Is that so?
This is on the straight, so hopefully they don't.
Oh,
Oh.
no, he left. I left like a a three car wide gap.
Where's Ben back?
Good evening.
Oh, he's so quiet.
Hello, Benjamin.
Benjamin.
Hello.
I've taken over your place, Benjamin.
Oh, that's fine, smashing. How long ago did it leave?
It left. Oh, the stream died as soon as you left.
Oh.
Like you
Oh.
put your headset down, and the stream died.
Have I missed anything?
Peachy crashing.
Yeah.
How's Comfy? Is Comfy crash anymore?
Confi got up to Neo.
Oh, he has actually caught up now, yeah.
Oh, nice. Sick.
Why do I have
Right.
no engine sound for the Ferrari?
I'm going to eat. I'll be back in time.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
He's taking this corner in third.
Deutsche Ingenieurskunst. Das ist sehr schön. Ja.
Can you understand this?
Huh?
Do you speak German?
Ein bisschen.
What does that mean?
A little.
Oh, okay. Yeah, look at this. Comfy is losing time in the slipstream.
Very schön. Correct. Yeah. It's so annoying. I was behind this Corvette for 2 hours, so I would know. For 2.5.
Okay, now he's gaining a bit. I'm losing again. Go on, Peachy, take out the Corvette. Ah. He's gone wide now. He might get a penalty.
Stay behind WSR.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, we'll try not to, but I think we're pretty much stuck there at this point.
Yeah. Oh. We're a few laps down.
Yeah, well, you definitely are.
Yeah, we are. You're not so much, but we are. Sure.
It's interesting
Yes.
that Comfy takes all these corners in third, because like, that is slower. I won't save too much fuel, so...
I don't know what his confidence levels is like.
He was saying the same as Nishal. They were both saying that they're really not confident in the chicane for some reason. I think that makes sense though. When you lose confidence in the chicane, you start... It gets worse and worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Charles is losing to Pekka now, so that probably won't. Tick is gaining on Charles though, so that might be about to the second.
Officer Doofy.
Oh, is Peachy gonna take out Elias? No.
Aww. Peachy.
Boring Peachy, honestly.
Yeah. Honestly.
Peachy is catching Sampo, but I think probably not quick enough.
It's got half an hour.
It's 25 seconds though.
Yeah, second a lap.
Yeah, it's possible.
It is.
Peachy does have good pace.
Seen it. Right.
Let's go back to off-board camera. I think Tick is currently...
So you're in the...
track. I'm in the...
You're in the extent.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
I don't really care at this point. If we were like in the fight, then maybe I'll be nervous, but like... Really?
You're still kind of far. What do you mean?
We'll be like 3 minutes behind by the end of this stint. So
Wait, what happened last stint then?
last stint, D was just didn't have that.
Okay. Well, 3 minutes is
Yeah. So
Doable,
what are
I
we
think.
behind now? We're currently, I think,
20 seconds.
currently 2
No.
minutes 31 from last stint. I don't know how far we are behind in this stint.
Like 15, 16, 17, 18.
Yeah. So it's close to 3 minutes behind overall. Well, actually, no, I'm wrong. Neofast, the RTO was leading. So maybe more like 2 minutes 45 behind.
Oh, RTO is leading.
It was leading.
Interesting.
It is now not leading.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just gonna go there and try and do well in my own stint. I don't really think I think overall result has kind of gone out the window now.
Yeah, I kind of lost motivation for our race as well.
Yeah, I
With the
mean yours is
disconnects.
even worse.
It was such a mood kill when I
won
won
the
my
stint.
first stint, and then Ben disconnects instantly.
Yeah. He was doing well as well.
Oh well. Yeah. What can you do?
Yeah.
Anything can still happen, honestly.
Maybe. It's gonna be hard to make up that much time though.
Yeah, but they can disconnect as well. We had to disconnect this stint, so
That's true.
so
Could arguably be a rage quit though.
could have been, yeah. Apparently his game froze.
Yeah. Initial might get a penalty there. Looks like he's got away with it. He's on a PB lap actually. That was 44. The pace is increasing. He's still stuck behind.
The Lexus wasn't the Lexus quite far behind in stint 1?
The Lexus wasn't too close, yeah, but they're kind of back a bit more now.
I think he spun at the very last, like within like the last 5 minutes or something, and then Conify got past. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it could be. And the Lexus is currently 4th.
Yeah.
I think it might be 3rd. Where's the M6? Oh, the M6. Wait, is there even an M6?
No.
Okay, what car am I looking for then?
Hard to say.
Let me see. Oh, the one of the Corvette, the green one, I think.
Yeah.
So that one.
What
yeah,
about it?
That one was in 3rd and is now going to be far back.
Yeah. He was doing pretty well at the beginning of the stints. Not sure what happened then.
Well, he's full revving the Corvette, so that's not smart anyway.
No. But so is Drift King full revving the McLaren.
But the McLaren is at least fastest when it's full rev.
Is it though?
You can just, yeah, I think it is. But
Maybe it's the Group 4 that's faster
Yeah.
to short shift.
the Group 4 is faster with short shift. I think the Group 3 is like, it doesn't really lose very much if you short shift, and you save, so you
Okay.
might as well.
So like the OX Vision.
Yeah, exactly.
in a way.
I'm finding a lot of cars are like that as well. The Ferrari turns out it's like that. Audi was like that. I don't know. I think short shifting is just not that slow.
Yeah, I don't think I lost too much in the Mercedes.
Yeah. Looks like there's
I was
more
short shifting a lot.
Makes sense. Because the Mercedes doesn't have that good fuel usage, does it? But
Neo's caught Drift King by 3 seconds.
really?
Yeah.
I thought he was 3 seconds behind this whole time.
Oh, the gap was at 6 at some point.
Oh, okay. I mean, Gummel Toast is not that far behind Elias, but they're both WSR anyway, so they won't battle.
Oh, Neo overtook the green Corvette off the track.
Oh, Neo's running traction control,
Yeah.
and he's got a penalty.
Oh, there it is.
He's battling with the green Corvette. Oh, Brent's gone up the inside.
Oh my
If
god.
they battle here, Confi will get past with the penalty.
True, Conf is loving this.
Yeah.
Go Conf, yeah.
Yeah, he's close enough now. He just has to not mess up the chicane or get past.
Oh, Neo must be fuming.
Yeah. I mean, interestingly, Brent's actually got away from Neo though, so I think Neo made some mistakes.
Yeah. Probably lost a bit of composure there.
Yeah.
I would as well.
Confi's rear right is not looking that good. Oh, he's gone a bit deep.
They also have
He's
some
saved it.
far behind.
That was actually a really nice run through the chicane in the end.
That was nice, yeah.
Who has no damage? Neo. Neo has no damage, if that's what you're asking about. Oh yeah, you were
It's
asking
Neo.
about Neo. Has Neo damage? Oh, and Brent had a penalty as well.
Ooh!
That was some good avoidance there. Yeah, so Comfy now goes fast. And Pekka lapping as well.
Come on, Coffee.
Come on, Comfy, pull away.
Come on, Coffee.
It's funny to watch in turn one the Ferrari has to take. We have to take such a weird line, and everyone else takes a different line.
What line do you take though?
You have to go like really inside on in the braking to make it a straight line.
Yeah. I
Otherwise
do
you'll
that
be turning.
anyways.
Oh, you do it as well. Fair enough.
Yeah, it just because if I take like a wide line in, there's a bigger chance of hitting the inside clip,
Oh, that's
like the invisible wall.
yeah, it does
So
make it a bit
for me, it's safer to like take the inside line and then drift wide and then turn in.
Looks like Comfy's done enough to stay ahead.
Let's hope. But look
Of
at how
this
much
Corvette.
the
Yeah.
Corvette's gaining.
Oh my god.
That's it.
He has to
Insane.
nail the chicane.
That's insane. 3 tenths. 4 tenths.
Yeah, perhaps the BOP wasn't
Wow.
perfect. Oh, Comfy's cut.
Perhaps.
Comfy will get a penalty for that, I'm sure of it.
I don't think so.
Really? Oh, you're
Got away
right.
with it.
That looks like such a big cut to me.
You can cut more than you think.
But whenever because I saw you sent me that clip and I was like, oh, he cut so much at the exit, and then I tried to do it and I just got a penalty. Like, shit.
I don't know, it sounds like a skill issue.
Yeah, I think it is. Neo's back up behind. Oh, my gaps to the leader have updated. They're no longer saying 99 minutes.
Oh, nice.
Whoa, whoa, take.
Brent's pushing.
Whoa, traffic is all over the place. Peachy has
Brent
been catching
pushed.
stuff.
Oh, Charles crashed!
Charles crashed?
Just behind them. Yeah,
oh,
behind
Charles
them.
has crashed and Brent has crashed. Charles has engine damage.
Oh my god.
Where's
He
Brent?
got on the grass.
Brent
he tried
has
to
no
go.
damage.
He tried to go around Brent. Got on the grass and spun into the wall.
Oh, that's a
Damn.
huge crash.
With 20 minutes ago.
Yeah. But, and
That's
he's got
unfortunate.
engine damage as well, so he's just crawling.
Yeah. Nice viewing.
Octavian, that was a bad time for you to ask me to show LMDA. Sorry, man.
Man, I had that on my screen, but probably missed it on the main screen.
Did you keep your stream going? Maybe it's on there.
No.
Then you ended it.
I would love to be in the DLL chat now. Voice chat.
Oh yeah.
He's getting overtaken by GTE cars.
Oh, this is painful.
That is painful.
I don't know how far behind. Samper and Peachy are way behind, so we won't drop behind them.
Yeah. I don't know how the standings are looking for the
Let's have a
hypercars,
look.
but
See what effect this has. They were third. A minute and 11 behind. And now they're gonna
so
be.
they're just gonna fall further back.
Yeah. It looks like the battle's gonna end up being with the Halix versus the WSR. I don't know who they have next in their car.
Qualify is still doing good. Catching
Halix.
Drift King as well.
Oh really? Halix have
Yeah.
Tekka doing a second stint, a double stint.
Wow.
WSR have. Who do they have? I think this is WSR 1, so I think that's going to be Vulcan in the car, yeah, Vulcan.
I would not do a double stint under any circumstances.
I would. Yeah. I think Neo now is able to just slipstream off comfy.
Charles now a minute down. Couldn't even change tires.
Why didn't he change tyres? I guess there's not really any point, but... Yeah, Peachy's lost a bit of time. I don't know, maybe he had a mistake somewhere. I don't think he'll be able to catch now. Comfy's now dropping Neo a bit.
He could have got some pace at the very beginning.
Yeah, he's picked it up a bit at the end. I mean, it's especially good because he's been doing less stops, and he still has good pace at the end, so... I don't know how many more laps he has, but he might clock over 10k miles in this race.
It's only 15 minutes left.
Yeah, maybe not enough. Yeah, he's driving a lot more consistently now than he was before. Kind of looking for hypercars. They're all kind of spread out now. The top two are lapping fairly equally. It's annoying that I can't see lap times on, except for when I actually see them do it.
Oh yeah. I can walk you through some lap times.
Okay.
Becca fastest lap on lap 102.
Uh-huh.
Between a low 31 to a low 32 seems to.
It seems like the hypercars have really kind of variable pace.
Yeah.
I guess
Probably
maybe
has
when
to
the
do with
hybrid
the
comes
battery
back.
as well.
Yeah.
Like for Tick also you can see low 31s to low 33s
Yeah.
the last 10 laps.
And Charles obviously had his incident, so
Charles at this moment, yeah, but also other than that good pace. Low
yeah.
31s, low 32s. Sampa between a mid 32 to a high 33.
A bit slower then.
PG has some laps in the 31s, 32s, 33s.
Yeah, I think Peach has been making mistakes.
Yeah. I mean, if he's still on the pad, it's
Yeah.
pretty impressive. I couldn't do that, for sure.
Yeah.
The iron speed lapping a bit slower. 33s and 34s for the most part here.
What happened to Iron Speed? Did he have like crashes and stuff?
I'm not quite sure. I think it's just been a bit off.
Fair enough.
Elias, anything in the 45s.
What, all in 45s?
Yeah, low to high.
Okay.
If there is.
Hamilton doesn't have a livery on tonight, which is a bit irritating, but
What?
yeah, it's a glitch that just sometimes happens. I don't know why. He's on a PB lap
Strange.
though. Hopefully the WSR cards battle. Give us all a
Yeah.
chance. Comfy is catching drifting.
Whoa, yeah. Pretty quickly as well. All of the top GT cars are doing about the same lap times right now.
Yeah, the field's
15.
really close.
15's got a few 46s in there.
Yeah, I guess
That's
that's
probably
why
where
Comfy's
Conf is. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the toilet. I'll be back. We're gonna go on board with Mitchell for a lap while I'm doing it.
Damn. Toast has closed the gap to under 2 seconds to Elias, but he's unfortunately gotten himself a 0.5 penalty.
back? Did I miss anything?
Oh, Drift Kings just had a bigger moment. Confi's going side by side with.
Okay, yeah, we want to see that.
Oh,
whoa!
no, Drift King is
Oh.
drifting and he's in the wall. Oh
I
my
wish I could
god.
replay that. I think it was
It's
Drift
only
King lost the
7.5.
back and then...
Yeah, only 7.5 minutes to go. He's gonna be.
Yeah, that's painful.
He's gonna have. Wish. Good Freddy get that. Damn.
Good
It's
job I
looking
came
so
back to
good
see
for
that.
Yeah, just in time. Good for Confi, got back to third.
Yeah, Comfy's actually done a pretty good result. If he hadn't been track reset at the beginning, he might have been in the fight.
Like in the first stint as well.
Well, yeah. This stint, it wasn't his fault, though, at least.
He's a bit low on fuel though.
The Ferrari's really good on fuel, so I think he'll be okay. Nushel has about... Nushel has even less, actually.
Oh my god. Das ist nicht gut.
This is the last thing your team needs, is him running out of fuel.
I mean, it might be chalked at this point. Maybe Neutral can catch Drift King with his damage now.
Yeah, maybe. I was thinking that. Yeah, Nushel is catching quite quickly. I don't think he can catch in like 3 laps.
Yeah.
Neo is not far behind Confi still.
Yeah, could go either way.
Donald Toast is still gaining on Elias. Slowly. He's been gaining this whole time. There'll be a few people who are not happy about late crashes in this race.
Yeah.
Yeah, Beachy. Lapping. This is not a nice place to have to lap somebody. He's had to slow down so much. Can't be there.
Neutral's catching pretty quickly. I don't think it's enough.
Not quite.
It's gonna be close.
Yeah, he will get close actually. And if he does catch it, it'll be an easy overtake. As long as he doesn't run out of fuel.
He's catching really quickly.
Yeah. I mean, that damage will make you lose so much time on the straight. It's a lot worse on this track than any other track, really.
He's running on fumes.
It hasn't been a perfect race, so I'm going to assume they're going to get 101 laps rather than 102.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Maybe the top 2, maybe Confi as well will get 102.
I don't think anyone is getting
Really? Okay.
2.
And Neo right behind Confi again. battle for first, and GT3 is pretty close as well. I don't know if they will battle, because they are teammates, so I don't know if they'll actually fight or not.
I think the Mercedes has more to win.
Yeah, that's true. The Mercedes is closer to the lead, or it is in the lead.
Yeah, so I assume.
A bit behind, yeah.
I assume some team orders are in place here.
Yeah. Initial only 6 seconds now behind, but there's probably only one more lap realistically left, so. I think the top two will get 1 or 2 based on them just crossing the line now. Can't be close. So yeah, this is the last lap for Comfy and Neo. Hypercars still have a lap or so left.
Yeah.
But let's watch this battle because Neo might get him just before the line. It doesn't really matter about him like in any way in the race overall, but I guess for pride. Comfy's done enough here. Should be the first to cross the line. Oh no. Will Elias Gaveltos make it? Elias let him go. I think maybe Elias thought the race was ending.
Oh, he tried to end it at
He might run out of
at
fuel
101
on
laps.
this lap as
Yeah,
well.
he's gonna run out.
So that's
So he
actually really
tried to-
messed him up.
Yeah, he tried to make it only 101 laps.
Yeah, so Neo
So he
and
doesn't
Comfy
run
now.
out of fuel.
But his gap now is going to be way higher. It won't affect the overall race result by the end of it because they go back and redo it. But in terms of the quick result that will determine the grid, this will actually really mess up. I think they're far enough ahead that it's okay. But this will make them lose a lot in the quick result.
What a weird ending.
Yeah. He might be able to make it round. But what else you lose by getting an extra lap? Obviously you lose some because the hypercars go faster, so your gap is going to be bigger, even if you're ahead sometimes. It's like a weird mechanic that happens in these races. And annoyingly that's the only way of calculating. There he is, he's run out of fuel.
Yeah.
So the gap that he reports is going to be way bigger than what it actually should be. And I think for the full race result, it will go back to the lap before. But for the gaps that they do, this will make it a lot worse. So yeah, you can see now Comfy's gap is already. I mean, Comfy technically won the stint based on gaps because he got a lap less. And Elias would have finished behind Nushal, yeah. So yeah, it's weird. I think for the overall race result, it'll go back to the lap before, the last lap that everyone completed.
Painful.
Will he even finish? How long is the timer?
Like 2 minutes, or 3 minutes.
He's close, but I think he should get it.
Oh God!
It's close, yeah.
Welcome, Casey.
DNF. DNF.
Nearly a DNF. Just about made it.
Oh, Casey.
Oh my god.
Long time.
So yeah, I don't know how that's going to work out, but that could end up with them not actually starting first for the next stint with the way the gaps work. But I'm driving next stint, so I'm going to leave immediately.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go
everyone.
too. Goodbye, people.
Need to turn
Whoa.
off the stream.